from that moment, the attraction system, alright, absorbs. So let's say here you are. It sent from where you are, the attraction system sent out your signal and, for example, connected to a human being over here. Okay? Now that connection has been made within you and within that human being. A relationship line has been drawn. Okay? Once that relationship connection has been made, meaning where that being has entered your world, you've spoken to that being, you've communicated how that being will assist and support you within your path or journey to manifest you as the successful director of and as a total empire. Okay? Once that point is established, okay, what happens is this human being's allocation point within the unified consciousness field change, and they now move from their unified consciousness field allocation point to your personal unified consciousness field allocation point, and they now become part of your unified consciousness field network that you are busy designing with many relationship connections and lines. They're moving out of their position within the unified consciousness field into your personal unified consciousness field. Okay? Once that transfer has been done, where that being will now be walking with your unified consciousness field, the attraction system absorbs their information as them. The total human being is absorbed into and as the absorption substance of the attraction system, alright? And is then integrated into the information threads as I've illustrated here. So all the information of that one total human being is absorbed into and as one information thread. And the specifics of that information of the human being is then placed into and as the individual containers. Okay? So in essence, the total human being is manifested and exists now in an information thread within and as you within the attraction system. Okay. Next what happens is that information is then transferred into the hook threads. Alright? So the information moved out of the platform design of the attraction system, out of the information threads, into your human physical body, into the hook threads. Okay? So as you can see here, I've drawn here an example of how each individual information thread is connected to an individual hook thread. Alright? So that the moment an information thread is absorbed with information that is manifested individually in the containers, it is immediately then channeled through into and as an individual hook thread. Okay. Now, within the hook thread, the total hook thread in its total manifestation becomes the information that is absorbed. So, in essence, what the hook thread is like a transformation of a literal human being into a hook thread. Alright? So, and these hook threads are very substantial in nature, meaning they're very tough, quite natural in feel, so to speak. So they're very much in alignment to the muscle tissue of the human physical body, almost exactly in nature, except it's systematic and part of the total system manifestation. And thus, here you have an individual human being, basically, that's now manifested into and as the attraction system within and as your human physical body. Now that human being that's now existent as a hook thread is now integrated, amalgamated, and manifested into and as your human physical body, into and as the muscle tissue of your human physical body. Alright? And is locked in there with these hook threads that is situated right here at the end. These little pieces over here that literally intertwine and interlink totally with the muscle tissue too. So within that function, completely form equal and one with your human physical body. Alright, now, once that happens, the following occur. You are now manifesting you as a total subsystem of the world system. Okay? You are literally creating and manifesting you as a living system of the world system. Okay? And in that, creating your personal unified field within a unified consciousness field. Okay? Here is an example that I have illustrated over here. So here are you. Here is the attraction system within your human physical body. Here's the information threads. Here are the hook threads. Here's the total platform design with its absorption substance within. Here's your allocation point within the unified consciousness field, within the greater unified consciousness field. And here are all the various different human beings that are now in relationship, connection to your resonance, that is forming your total, personal, unified field with and as human beings, that is now completely and totally locked, manifested, infused, integrated, and amalgamated as you within the physical through and as the attraction system. Alright? And this is how you are now existent as a manifested living subsystem of the world system, where you are attracting human beings into and as you, your reality, your world, to create your personal manifested unified field, to be able to establish you as a director of a total empire.